We've been in the tiny house now about a month, and we've unpacked a lot of boxes. There's still more to unpack, but we've done these 4 projects that make us feel a lot more at home.
From mounting a TV to fixing drainage issues to finishing our screened-in outdoor living space. They aren't glamorous projects, but they're the reality of settling into our tiny house.
I think we have to find a different.
That's definitely not going to work.
That's not going to work. And this seems hollow. Cement board.
We're going to go look for a solution. How are we going to mount this TV to a hollow wall?
All right, let's figure it out.
Our original plan was to use the TV's feet and just set it on the mantle with safety straps. That plan lasted about 30 seconds after we unboxed it, though. The feet were twice as deep as the mantle. And that cement board, it felt hollow, which meant we had a lot of research ahead of us. So we pivoted. First, we found a studless mount, but after it arrived, we felt like the cement board, if there weren't studs behind it, wouldn't be strong enough. Then we found a base that we could swap out for the feet, but the base was about 2 inches deeper than the mantle. So we thought about getting a piece of wood that matched the mantle and staining it the same color and mounting it to the top of the mantle, sort of molding style, to make the top of the mantle 2 inches wider to accommodate the base. We thought we could use straps to strap it down to that wood so it would be secure. We reached out to the builder to confirm whether or not there were studs behind the cement board because you can't use a regular stud finder to find them. When we heard back, they confirmed there were studs, so after all that, we went with a regular tilting wall mount, critical for that viewing angle, and when the mount arrived, we carefully followed the directions, especially about adding the spacers to the back of the TV since it's curved. And this is where having neighbors in a tiny house community really helps. They stopped by to check our progress, and our neighbor caught that we were just about to block the electrical outlet with part of the mount. That would have been not good. It took more problem solving than we expected, but it works, and honestly, that giant 55-inch TV on that back porch fireplace feels just right. Next up, the AC condensation line. As soon as the construction company finished installing our back steps, even before we moved in, we noticed the drain was dumping water right onto the stairs. We were told to email the builder. Their response? It's not their responsibility. The drain line was in a standard location and working properly, and we put the stairs there after the house was built. Fair enough. So we talked to our neighbors, and one of them offered to help us reroute it to the other side of the house. She recommended doing it before the skirting arrived, so they wouldn't have to cut a hole in the wrong spot. Brian went to get the supplies, and she brought all the tools. Yes, I said she had all the tools. He said the neighbors were walking by and probably thought it was me under the house, until she stuck her head out between the tires and yelled, "Hello!" She crawled under there, extended the line, angled it perfectly, and connected it to the other side. Done. That's one of the things that makes this community so special. People are willing to pitch in and help. Third project, the back porch furniture. We needed chairs that were the right size, not too big for the space, but comfortable enough to actually use. We wanted them to swivel and rock so we could enjoy different views from the porch. That view is the main reason we picked this lot and spun the house around to have the living room porch face the greenbelt. We found these pieces on Amazon.
So while Kathy was doing some accounting work, I decided to go out and tackle the new chairs that we bought. I opened it up. It was only 2 pages of instructions, which were mostly pictures, lots of nuts and bolts. I got the chair part done. Then I went on and did the glider base. Then I attached them, and when I attached them, the chair leaned forward. So I flipped it over, I took the glider base off, I reattached it, and then it leaned backwards. So after looking at the picture again, I figured out, I'd put on the glider base upside down. So I put that on, put the chair back on, and voila, perfect. Everything was good. Third time was a charm.
And now, our screened-in porch has become an extension of our living room. We've hosted neighbors out there, using the ottomans as extra seats. We read, talk, we just exist there. It's very peaceful. In 399 square feet, having outdoor space you actually want to use changes everything. We've added a small battery-operated light that gives off a nice warm glow in the evenings. We're working on other touches, something to hold the firewood, maybe some plants, but we're being careful not to clutter the space, just making it functional and welcoming. And finally, the small loft, which, let's be honest, became a dumping ground during move-in.
The other day, a neighbor told me he was looking for some totes, and I said, hey, I got to go up in my loft and move some stuff around. So emptied a couple totes and got a chance to try our new shop vac.
And hey, guess what? They finally started the carport. Hopefully we'll have more updates coming soon. So after a month of these projects, the TV mounted, the drainage fixed, the porch set up, the loft somewhat tamed, here's what the space actually looks like now. Not perfect, but functional, and that's what matters. You know what? We crossed 1,000 subscribers this week. Thanks so much. We learned that some of you are concerned about getting up in the loft as we age. Some of you think that we have too much stuff, and we don't disagree with that.
No,
right?
we got too much stuff.
And we hear you. We're figuring it out as we go. That's the whole point of documenting this journey. We still have projects ahead. The carport. They're working on the carport. We have the skirting,
walkway, grass, fence.
So many things. So 4 projects done, but more to come. If you want more behind the scenes reality, the decision making, the budget anxiety, we send a newsletter every Tuesday. The link is in the description. So tell us, what would you add to our back porch to make it cozy but not cluttered? See you next week.
Bye.